Hello, I'm Cynthia from Lawson Tutoring. Let's make perimeter make sense. Today, we're going to be looking at how to calculate the perimeter of 6 different shapes, including a square, a rectangle, a circle, triangle, parallelogram, and trapezoid. So first of all, what is perimeter? Perimeter is when we're adding up all the lengths or widths of the surrounding of a shape. So, for example, with a square, we have side 1, side 2, side 3, and side 4. So to calculate the perimeter, we would simply be adding all of the sides together. So it would be S plus S plus S plus S. Remember, in a square, all the sides are the same. This means that we can actually simplify this equation. So, perimeter P is equal to 4S, where S is the value that the side has. So let's make this a real example. Let's say we have a square and each side is 2. Then this means that the perimeter is equal to 4 times 2. You can also write times like this with an X. 4 times 2, which is equal to 8. In this case, we are just simply replacing the S in the equation with the value 2, because that is the value for the sides. Let's look at another example. Sometimes you might be given a square, and all you are told is this is 6. Remember, the sides of a square are all the same. So you only need to receive one side from a square in order to know the value of all the other sides. So all we need to do is say perimeter equals 4 times 6, which in this case is 24. Now let's talk about units. So back to the square with the side 6. Let's say it says 6 centimeters. Remember that perimeter, the units stay the same by the end. So P is equal to 4 times 6 centimeters, and we are left with our answer being 24 centimeters. Whatever unit is used stays the same. So if we had meters here, we would have meters to end with. If we had decimeters, we would end with decimeters. If we had millimeters, we would end with millimeters, and so on and so forth. Next, let's move on to rectangle. So rectangles are similar to square, except for they have 2 short sections and 2 long sections. So this means that they have a length and a width. So the perimeter for a rectangle is going to be width plus length plus length. Now, we can once again simplify this by adding together like terms. So we get perimeter equals 2 width plus 2 length. And that is the equation that we can use for any rectangle. So let's say that we are given that our rectangle has length of 10 centimeters and has a width of 2 centimeters. So our perimeter is 2 times 2 plus 2 times 10. So we know 2 times 2 is 4, plus we know 2 times 10 is 20. So the perimeter is 4 plus 20, which is 24 centimeters. Again, keeping the units the same as the units we were given for each length and width. Next, we move on to circle. Now, circles have a specific equation that we give for them. So first of all, remember, circles have something we call a radius here. A radius is the length from the middle to the end of a circle. Now, usually the radius will be given to us. If the radius is not given to us, we might be given something we call the diameter. The diameter is the full length of the circle, and we can find the radius from the diameter. To do so, we simply do radius equals diameter divided by 2. Remember, since the radius is from the middle of the circle to the end, it means that it's half of the diameter. The diameter is just the full length of the circle. So now back to how to calculate the quote-unquote perimeter, which for a circle is known as the circumference. So the equation for the circumference of a circle is C equals 2 pi r, where r is the radius. So if someone told you that you have a radius of 5 centimeters, then that means the circumference is C equals 2 pi times 5. So C equals, all we can do is do 2 times 5, which is 10 pi. Normally we can leave it like that, or we can let the calculator find the answer for us by doing 10 times pi, which is equal to 31.4 centimeters. So our two options for answers, depending on your teacher, would be 10 pi centimeters or 31.4 centimeters. And that is how you find the circumference of a circle. So, finding the perimeter of a triangle is as simple as finding the perimeter of a square or a rectangle. All we're doing is adding each of the sides together. So let's say we have side A, side B, and side C. The perimeter of a triangle is equal to A plus B plus C, no matter what the look of the triangle is. So whether it's like this, or it's like this, or it's even a triangle where all the sides are the same. The perimeter is still each side added together. So let's use these three as examples. For the first one, let's say we have 2 here, 10 here, and 7 here. And the perimeter is equal to 2 plus 10 plus 7. Let's say these are all in centimeters. So that would give us 12 plus 7, which gives us 19 centimeters. Let's do this one. Let's say this is 6, this is 8, and this is 7. And the perimeter is equal to 6 plus 8 plus 7. So the perimeter equals 21 centimeters. And last but not least, let's say this is 3, 3, and 3 each centimeters. Then the perimeter is 3 plus 3 plus 3, which gives us 9 centimeters. So as you can see, all we did was add each side length together to find the perimeter of the triangle. Next, we have the perimeter of a parallelogram. So remember, parallelograms are just slanted rectangles, like so. Similar to what we've been doing for the past few examples, remember, perimeter is adding the sides together. So if a parallelogram has 2 widths and 2 lengths, then the parallelogram has the same formula for perimeter as does the rectangle. 2w plus 2l. So it's simple. If I told you the length of this parallelogram was 3 centimeters and the width was 2 centimeters, then the perimeter is 2 times 2 plus 2 times 3. So the perimeter is 4 plus 6, which is 10 centimeters. And it's as simple as that. Nothing else to it. And last, so trapezoids look something like this. So with trapezoids, all we're doing is adding all the sides together. We have A, B, C, and D. And we're saying the perimeter is equal to A plus B plus C plus D. Sometimes trapezoids have B and D sides that are the same length, while other times trapezoids have B and D sides that are different, like so. That's why it's important for each side to be added separately. So for example, here, if A is 2 centimeters, if B is 4 centimeters, if C is 10 centimeters, and if D is 8 centimeters, then we add perimeter equals 2 plus 4 plus 10 plus 8. So the perimeter is equal to, well, we have 6 plus 18. So we have perimeter equals 24 centimeters. And just like that, we have looked at all the different types of perimeters. Today we looked at square, rectangle, circle, triangle, parallelogram, and trapezoid. And we understood how to calculate their perimeters. Thank you so much for joining us today, and please check out our other videos to learn more about math, science, French, English, and any subject that may be troubling you.